Hello, 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 hello. Dear good people in my life, my friends, my followers, how you all doing? How you all doing? I come in again for us to speak about what matters to us in terms of our progress here, in terms of our individual selves and everything. I will start first of all by greeting you guys. Greeting everybody, whether you are here or you're not here, you come in later, I'm greeting you. And I want to continue to appreciate how much you guys have really supported me on this journey. We're not too old in this journey. It's a journey that we just started like a year ago. But I must say that we have made magnificent, enormous, huge growth. We are not at the most desirable or best, but we are growing. It's good to acknowledge your progress. It's good to acknowledge your progress. It's very important, my dear friends. Don't ignore your own progress, your little steps. Those little steps, they matter. They matter a lot. So how is everybody doing today? I have a meeting that I want us to go to. 1:30 now. I have a meeting at 3 p.m. So I want to be there by 2:30. I've learned to come out and know that traffic is always there. Fallon Love, how are you? Fallon, I'm sorry. The other day I tried to bring you in because I knew you really had something nice to say as usual. It was about International Women's Day. No matter how I try, it looks like the lines were so congested. A lot of people were on social media, on Facebook. That also affects the connectivity. I've adapted to not worry too much when that happens. I've reached a level that I don't worry too much. So I will start. Shasti Blink, how are you? How are you? How are you, my dear friend? You are always so much in touch with me, following up, engaging with me. Thank you. I cannot thank you guys enough. And you guys see it. You see it in our progress report. You can see it. You can see our progress. Yesterday, I showed that for the past 28 days, we've had 9.1 million views, which means people who have come into our platform, participated, engaged in some way, commented, shared, liked, or any other form. Yes. Yesterday we were talking about 10,000. 2 days ago we talked about celebrating 10,000 followers, right? Dear friends, we are going higher and higher. A few days to celebrate 10,000. We are already at going to almost 12,000 now. If you check, you see. And concerning the followers that we're talking about, we have over 10 million views now. I'm talking about views, sorry. Yesterday we had 9.1 million when I sent that post celebrating and sharing it with you guys. If you go and check now, it's 10 point something million views and growing and growing. That's more than some countries. Yes. Let's just say a word of congratulations to ourselves. And yesterday I made it clear, dear friends. I made that post and said this is our milestone. It is our journey. Anybody who is part of this dream, who is part of this process, especially those who are so selfless, Selfless means that they're not coming in with any intention, with any kind of entitlement, with any expectations. It is okay once in a while I support you guys, but I know that there's going to be a time that we are going to be doing big things. I know the people who are sticking with me. Yes. I know the people who have been there. I know people who come in and say hello and disappear. Not only you guys, my followers, but fellow content creators. Some that I will stay in their own live chat forever, right to the end. Whatever you are doing in some way, know that people notice. I tell my brothers, I tell my cousins, I tell people advice. People notice. Sometimes they don't talk, but they notice your behavior. It's not everything that people will talk about. And this comes back to a post that I just said. There are some things that you make a better point by just not even saying anything. Sometimes you make even a bigger point and pass the message more than if you have verbalized, that if you had actively engaged with this person. Maybe all combat we must don't want to do most on combat in the way you live and they fight themselves. Thank you so much. I know you guys. I know the people that they will come a time I will say, oh, let's do this. And your names will come up. Because I know, dear friends, you guys have fallen love. I know that you and Shasti Bling, you agree with me. Sharon Nambong, Sharon has been with me since. These are one of the first people that encouraged me. Kenen Lenga, this is my brother. Kenen Lenga, this is my brother. When I was still in high school, Kenneth was in UB. If you people know Regina Lenga, my mother, my auntie, who used to speak com language in Baminda, in radio, Baminda radio. That is the mother of Kenneth Lenga, who happens to be my auntie. Yes. Mommy will be talented. Most beautiful auntie I'll ever get up. God, thank God. So, brother, Kenneth, thank you so much. I know you don't engage with me all the time. You're a busy person. But I really appreciate, dear friends, we should appreciate people's efforts. One of the things is that we feel so much entitled at one point that we feel that we're entitled to somebody's time, to somebody's resources, to somebody's effort, to somebody's attention. When a brother, a cousin, or in the case of my brother here, when he comes in once in a while, I appreciate. We appreciate. Thank you so much. This means a lot. So, follow love. I was giving an example of people who have come in here that we know they've come in and they do hot. They go hot. Back to back. One post something they don't contribute. But some of you have been there. Molo, they with me all the time. I am a psychologist. Trust me. I'm a doctorate degree holder. And a good portion of any doctoral program, a good portion of PhD. What does it mean of PhD? Doctor of Philosophy. So it is more philosophy. No matter how you become an expert in your field, a subject matter expert in your field, like I'm an environmentalist. My doctorate degree is in environmental science, environmental management. You guys know that. So a good portion of it is philosophy. When you interact with people, you're able to determine some trends, some patterns. Jongdian, how are you, Jongdian? Thank you so much. Thanks for coming in. What a pleasure. So, Shasti Bling, I'm saying this. You have been there. But there are people who will come in 1 week, 2 weeks. You will see them pop. You see the activity. I know when I look at something, I say, hey, that's not pink colors. I noticed that. I learned so much. In the past, somebody would just be that active. If for 1 week, once I don't say fish. Now the morning talk, because you use psychology, I tell you, use philosophy. I tell you now, my doctorate, you not only facilitate me for being able to be an expert in the environmental science, environmental management, natural resource things. It is also equip me with ability for critical thinking, critical analysis, observation, perception, You should be able to determine a trend in something. I'm talking like this because there are some people who come in, and when I know a lot of them that if you go back, you will see I wear them today because they do a few engagement, then they come into my box and they start telling me that, please, I need a new phone. My mommy need to do surgery. The other day, my uncle swallowed spoon. The other day, my uncle, Imoto don't broke. You need part for you need motor. I said, now which part of motor? He said, like the whole motor. When me say uncle the beginning motor, I just give an example. I'm exaggerating a bit, but I'm making it like comedy. But it happens that there are people who come in with so much expectation, with the mindset that the participation, the engagement is going to be paid for, like in kind of a monetary or other type of support. Which is, we do that at our level. We do. You guys will agree with me. We don't celebrate birthday for here. Take care for other things, the little things, them give data. But we are coming to levels where, my dear followers, you will don't stick with me. You just cough na cough. I don't talk say me rush go for Momo. Because that's how it is. My cousin here, this is my cousin. That's how we are in the family. Ken Lenga, my brother here. I was in high school with Keneka University. Those are the first people when they come University of Boya. The coolest guy I ever see. My auntie Bonda one. Kenneth, my big brother. I know they exaggerate. I give it the way it is. Kenneth was a student and I was a student in high school when he was in UB. But ask him, he's here, he can confirm, he can actually text and say, bro, I believe what I'm saying is true. I was always at his house. He was living in Malingo. At the coffee house, he would go carry gari, carry sugar, carry rice, carry beans, carry anything we get of house. He was that selfless. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, bro. Tongue to say Nini, greet my grandmammy, where they were you? Where they see you all the time we for picture. One thing with Kenneth, I say, as I talk, I don't go blame. But Kenneth, he come now, my brother, but he come America here all the time. Most of the time we take vacation. In Europe, most of the time we take vacation when we visit America here. Last time brother visit, I'd say, oh, if you pass around Maryland, I beg more meat. I don't think he was able to pass here. He didn't. I always say we don't go back. But we have to be considerate. He's a family man. Charlatan, thank you. These are some of the people that come in. Usman Favor, thank you so much. People that have been there. So I was talking about people who will come in, participate, water. And then they say na bed, you know, bed where they put where bed BAIT, where they put worm for hook, for put that for down for water, me fish chop them. Na bed that. So they are literally the bed na bed. Oh, Mercy, I'm the one. They just for the first 2 weeks, 1 month, you don't come to tell me say, yeah, grandma don't swallow spit. You need to go take operation. Yeah. Some fowl they for the compound way. That fowl will be say do belly. You need to do an operation for me before I born. So support me. Where you know support from, not that kind of person, I really a person. Where you say I will see what to do. Because I always, dear friends, either stay quiet, and if that kind of content creator will come and say, please never you say that again. Never, people they be entitled to what they should say. It is the way you react to what people say that matters. It's not what people say or people do. You cannot control the way people behave or people act or people say things. But you can control the way you react to somebody else's behavior towards you. Whether words or actions or whatever. We'll get the ability to take control of our own self, of our own actions, of our own reactions towards anything, adversity or anything. So there's will be that kind of person who will pinch him, If you say, oh, I will pinch you back. Trust me, if you pinch a little hot and cold, I'll pinch him back. I don't show when I said I've been a martial artist. I've been a taekwondo person. Sings from 2. Shing Peter, where they France. We started together. We don't be bouncer for nightclub. And one of the things where you see a person where he didn't learn how to do the martial art, then it gets self-control. People they feel say martial arts, karate, taekwondo, tai chi, other one they so judo, so not for beat ready for beat people. No. Martial arts, all field of martial arts, you get two tenets, two objectives. It is for your mental and physical stability. Self-defense, the aspect of you ensuring your stability. You can say self-defense. The day you talk so well, you don't get black belt, you come for Cartier. Person one cough, you don't jump for up, pick up. I'm going to be careful, oh. Man, don't talk the black belt, so that martial art, carry here, will get up. People in the village, there are people, young men in the village. All they do is they go, they chaper the farm them, carry firewood, dig hole them, plant the cocoa, do normal thing, dance the juju, chop the fufu corn. You carry a karate, can begin dance for a corner. Okay, oh. Hey, so what we don't come also, can begin jump for the young man in the corner. Say, I will use it make hand them. Before you want to see who come down the next day, they claim say, that young man knocking our stick when I was stoned. What that young man use the hand? How way they don't use them for broke firewood, broke stone, them do that kind of thing. That young man lost C1. That's why you know say, where you do the karate. Maybe all man care about that. But coming back to what I want to my dear friends, I say, I really appreciate the people who did follow me like they did with me. They follow me because they want to follow. Things will happen. We'll enjoy as we're getting better. But if you come in with so much energy, with so much feeling, say, I have to give you something, I owe you something, you don't completely be out of it. And dear friends, the people the way they follow you, content creators, let me say something. In the beginning, if you say, if you hold people, may they follow you, it's like a relationship. Don't ever think and say you can hold somebody to stay with you. That people stay with you because they want to stay with you. People in there don't give them tens of thousands a year. People in there don't can show me pictures say, oh, they don't lost somebody, they don't get maybe in a road incident, they're picking the sick and send budget. Then they disappear. But people in there for this, as I talk now, so dear friends, man, don't lie. People in there, they never get nothing from me right now. Someone in there don't get something, but they still they. Those are the true followers. Those are the people that you establish a relationship with. You believe that, oh, on Valley School, boo, we are going to the top together. Nearly 9 is one, nearly 9 are young now. Thank you, Nini. So what I just mentioned about my brother here, Kenneth Lenga, he practically fed me when I was in university, just like the mother, Auntie Regina Lenga. When we were in Limbe, when Auntie leaves Kumba, because at that time, Papa Lenga, Philip, was one of those deals in those days in Kumba. Anybody who knows about Lenga Philip at the level of administration, you will know, maybe you will know about Auntie Regina Lenga. And before Paul Lenga became even administrator, in Fundong Jini Komkom, they used to know him as a footballer. He was one of those people that if Cameroon be leading up people the way they identify you starless all the time, the man for play for national team. Can they lie? Now later one year say Papa, uncle be the play some football way be in true. I thought somebody about my uncle Lenga Philip. Oh, the one that used to play football. I said the one that used to be an administrator in Kumba or sometime. People know you for the way they know you. So I used to go down to Kenneth University. He was a student too, also struggling. But when he sees me, I come in and sit. He will give me food. By the time I'm leaving, if there's egg, if there's onion, if there's maggi, if there's onion, if there's sardine, he will give me. Talamke, how are you? Asante sana. Asante sana. Zuri. Thank you so much, dear friends. That's how do we call it? That's Swahili that I just spoken. I'm telling him Asante sana. When you hear somebody, Asante sana. Asante sana in Swahili means thank you. Motondi mingi in Lingala it means thank you. Gracias in Spanish, thank you. Grazie in Italian, thank you. Ayongna, people know Ayongna already. Ayongna is wish talk. They hear Okuma say Berio, but some people say similar. But the more people, Momo Division say Miyaka. Miyaka. You did not miss the life. Talamke, you did not miss the life. And this is a young man who lives in Kisumu, and he goes to a technology school, information technology. I'll be in touch with him. Most of my followers, there are some of them that once in a while I will just reach out to you. What are you doing? How are you doing? Check on them, just like you check on me. A lot of you guys check on me too, at a personal level. That's how we establish a real relationship here. I was saying that I have people who come in with expectations that I cannot meet. I'm not even expected to meet them. So dear friends, anything, whether you do for relationship with brother or significant other, partner, whatever, once that sense of too much expectations and entitlement, when I see motor, some people they drive the motor, they say, I will show one another motor for the man where they put up for the pay, so the people they buy the motor you can. I don't want to call them for here. Yes. If I buy the motor of America, I don't say deal. If you get that motor, if you get good credit, my credit. If I want to get that motor, I will go get them. I'm about credit, American credit. So again, they'll tell you, say, oh, you'll pay for 10 years. You'll pay for 10 years, pay $300 every month. Pay $500 depending the kind. You pay. But no say, you miss one time, 2 times for pay, they can't take them back. Then you lost all that pay, you don't pay. That's what the system did. Everything there. If you get anything. So dear friends, let's engage. I want to give you now, the people who have been engaging with me, fully being there with me, I give you kudos. That's why I gave that milestone yesterday, that report card, that progress report. And I said, this is our journey. Let's own it. And a lot of people own it. I like the way they were saying, congratulations to us. They were not saying congratulations to you. They were saying that congratulations to us, because individually, collectively, we all know how much we have been involved in this. We know ourselves. Genye Gisela, that's another one. That's somebody who's selfless. I will say there are people who come in here, when they see me, they come in. There are people that when I put my phone on, my life on, they come in. There's Comfort Oyins. It's Nigeria. Most of the followers that I have from Nigeria, now this girl do them. I owe it, but they that away. I don't try to send them, but they fish. This is interesting. Oh, sorry. I'll be the one they say, so I don't pass the road for player one go. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Many ways to go to the same place. Dora Queen, thank you so much. Congratulations to us. I like that spirit. Then there's was it Shasti Blink? No, there's Zelamonui Emanuela, who came in and said, Daddy, this thing you are saying like this, one more, we should not even be celebrating. One more, which means we should grow more than that. It's like your child go to school, he takes number 3. Then you say, we can do better. You can take first. Give me that first, please. I want that first. Give it to me. You cause people to work hard. So that's the type of engagement that we want. Where you put something, and when you engage actively, I know it. I see it. Just like I say, it's not everything that you have to say. Sometimes you stay silent just to see how things should go. There are some people that will engage and in a way that you can react to. You engage in a way that the engagement, the conversation can go. There are some people like here, who will come in and greet other people and say hi to other people, because even though we're not seeing ourselves personally, but we recognize some names. We recognize some names. There's no way that Nelly now will not tell me that she doesn't recognize the name Fallon Love, Gisela. Ngenyi Gisela. There's no way, because we've been together for over a year now. In this our Facebook journey. I will keep going. Keep doing good, my dear friends. So I just gave that kudos to us, congratulations to us. Thank you so much. Continue to engage with me. I'm not saying that I will not support people in need. I will support people in need, and indeed in need. That need that is really, really a need, not a want. Because we have what, if you go to economics and you are doing things like demand and supply, demand, there are factors that really at the most social level, at our personal level, demand is driven by what? Our needs, our wants, ability to procure, to get something, the utilities. What is the utility? Utility is the benefit, what you get from consuming or utilizing a service or a good. I still remember some economics, right? So I base my own support on real need, not on wants. Because our wants, as I say, our wants are unlimited. If you give a list to a human being and say, write all you want, everything you want. If you give a page, better think of giving a whole ledger. I'm talking counting myself. If you give me the liberty, freedom, that write all that you need, everything you need, and you are going to have it, bro, give me a year at least and a whole library of ledgers for me to write it. But wants are something that are tangible. What wants should be tangible, justifiable. What is a want? A want is something that, a need, a need is something that, as it says, something that you really need. You need clothing, you need food, you need money to do things. You don't need money to just have it. You need accommodation, you need shelter, you need health care, you need treatment when it happens. But there are things that are wants. We call them wants. I want to get a new phone. I want to get a new car. If you have an old phone, you decided to go to get a new one, that is something that you want to do. It's not a need. It's not basic. It's not a necessity for your subsistence or sustenance. It's not. So, I support needs, dear friends. I don't support wants. So I'll always support when it comes to real needs. Christian mobility. Thank you so much, Dora Queen. Thank you, dear friends. Dora Queen is rocking with our mobility. Christian mobility. Here the name Christian. It means a lot, right? Christian and mobility. This is the road going up. That's Pennsylvania Avenue. So I'm in Washington DC now. I just entered Washington DC, my dear friends. All this while we were in Maryland. You guys know, people who are close to me, one day I will ask this question in a quiz. Where do I live? And where do I work? I don't need the details like, oh, I work in this company or whatever, but you guys know, I live in Maryland and I work in adjacent Washington DC. I work in Washington DC. That's where my organization is situated, it's located. We have offices in other places, globally, nationally, regionally. Yeah. One thing in Washington DC, you expect a lot of stop traffic lights. A lot of them, because it's a small place. Kindness Labo, good evening to you at your end. Christian Mobility, I'm doing great, very great. Were you guys asking me, checking on me? That is a very special thing. I don't play with that. That's why we should learn to check on people. Say hi, hello. I wish you the best regards. You don't need to know somebody to wish them well. Kindness Labo, thank you so much. And this is the type of engagement I like. She didn't just she didn't just check on me, she's checking on everyone. Everyone, how you doing? That's the spirit I want us to have as my followers, as our members of this family that we have here. Our little group, this is our family. I really encourage you guys to even reach out to each other, communicate with each other. Why doing that? Just be cautious. Just be cautious. I will not pretend to sound like it is always so rosy. As I was giving an example, there's some people who come into communication with you for some very malicious reasons. Always based on their own self-interest. When you start seeing that type of relationship, somebody coming to you, and because we are adults, right? We're adults. Your language, your comportment, your behavior will say a lot. That's why I was telling you that, guys. My PhD did not only equip me to be technically, academically, strategically fit to do my job as an environmentalist, but it gave me the ability to think critically, to be able to perceive. We should use our senses. God has blessed us with so many abilities in the form of what we call senses. If you taste salt, if salt, would somebody need to tell you that that's salt, even if your eyes were closed? If you taste something that is like sugar, sweet, for salt we cannot mistake it, but sugar, you can mistake sugar for maybe for something else. There are a lot of things that are sweet. If you taste mbo, you want to drink mbo, I will listen to mbo. If you taste palmy, you listen to palmy. I just talk about sense. If you see something, so another sense, na sight, you see. Any motor with my front, I see it. That's why when it slow down, I slow down. When it stop, I stop, because I'm seeing it. So you behave, you react in terms of what the person in front of you is reacting, or the person that you are dealing with is behaving. Dear friends, matters a lot. You should be able to be that perceptive, not in a negative way, almost apprehensive, cautious. So I'm encouraging people to get in touch with each other, but in doing so, you should be able to use our senses to determine, oh, is this something? Because I said it before, there are people who come into these platforms, into our lives, into our systems, with their own personal agendas. It will take me a little while to know the people, the way they come in for you, they come, they hot. After a few engagements, you come back. Let me say, mama bring you for a task. Then you say, the boss where it comes, if I don't buy your own, it means me I get that boss. Even though the drivers are not boss, people used to know the Mercedes. I'm expecting to get a different one right now. Dear friends, I get a new Mercedes very soon. If somebody say amen. You people know the Mercedes now. Nearly now you know the Mercedes. Fall in love, you know that Mercedes. Now our Mercedes, we don't drive with that Mercedes a lot of times. It's no longer with me because as I know, I believe I'm the Nakam. So they're in the process of me getting a different one. It takes a process. Apart on the street, someone actually is young in Matango. You come. This Benz them everywhere they behave they say their own place. So when I see Benz where you cut the front some driver here, Benz they're all over. I mean, if you say Okada people, nah the one they for pay. Where they behave some way. All side, anybody climb on top of Okada, they feel it's in their own road. Oh man. That's it. See peace, people they walk with their dogs. Walk their dogs. That's a good thing. When you walk a pet, I'm an environmentalist, I'm a naturalist, so you know I get excited when I see positive things like that. The other day I put something that if you have a dog, you don't want the dog anymore, what will you do? I put options. I put multiple options. And there was no wrong answer because Your answer depends on your own original mindset, on your own perception, on the way you see what I'm talking about. You see, so there was this option: take it to the shelter, quarry the thing, give it to a neighbor. And I was so happy with the diversity of answers that came in. A lot of people rightly say, in my opinion, that's what I would do. Rightly say, oh, take it to a shelter, take it to an animal shelter. In America, yeah, you don't even need to go there. If you have an animal, a pet that you don't want, a dog, a parrot, a squirrel, anything that is a pet, a cat that you don't want, there's a hotline number. You call the number, they will come. You'll be surprised how much they take it seriously. They will drive, come, and take that animal from you. You will sign that you are giving it away for adoption. Because now 1 second for you to give that dog, so enter our house, you go the next day, start saying, hey, you know we now. How many of we when someone don't give it shoe, the next day can take them back? Say, that should do shoe, next day. That should be that you so I don't think say, give me that shoe back. I will get them back. That's why we never sign. You don't sign ownership away. You don't lease them out. It's not be your own again. With the function of here, now we're okay. With the function of our signature. Ngumfeti brand. Ayona Kenini, how are you? How are you? How are you? Ngumfeti brand. You know, it took me a little while to know that you are come, right? Come from come. This name too is common in Oku and Banso. Forgive me, I'm saying this because those are areas I've navigated. I've worked in those places. You guys know when I was in Cameroon, I was a forester. I was an ecologist. I was an environmentalist. I'm that person that has dedicated a lot of my own effort, professionally, academically, for environment. At master's, bachelor level, environmental science. That's what I did. And I minored in geology. At my master's level, I did environmental management. At my doctoral level, I did environmental and social sustainability. So it's all environmental. I never do chemistry at one point. I no, I never specialized in environmental. So there are places like when I see names, I'm able to link the names to, especially in the highlands areas of Cameroon where I was really based. Shelatan, how are you? Yeah. So Gisela, you did laugh as I talk how person they can't tell me say, your grandmammy. You know, the worker stick where they use them. That worker stick, you need the whole ground again. Or the worker stick where grandma maybe they use them or grandpa maybe they use them. They just walk us here and we dog don't chop them. Dog don't chop the worker stick off. And say, ma do what? Say, if you can help me. Person don't come. I know they mention them, but I think no person don't come. They ask me for wheelchair. Dear friends, if I get that money to buy that wheelchair for that person, because the person really need them. But the way the person they approach matters. The way the person come, he come with that sense of the fact say be my follower. I need to do that. That's why I'm saying that I use the word need because it's a need. I mentioned before that we have needs and wants. When something is a need, it's basic. It's something that is tangibly useful. We can really justify it that we need this thing in our life. But wants are something. What is want? I want to climb that tree. The motor is different. I want them. This odd car that I have, I want another car. You don't need another car. You want it. Wants are not necessarily justifiable in a way of necessity. No. Wants, a lot of wants become luxury. At some point, I have one house. I want another house. I want to build another house. You can do anything, you can own anything you are able to own. But at one point, not everything that you own is a necessity or a need. So we should be able to balance that. We should be able to balance that. We're addressing our needs. One, the need that gives us the best utility. And in economics, utility is what? The satisfaction, the joy, the pleasure, what you get from consuming a service, a resource, a good. You know, no man will even talk, say, hey, you know economics too. This is Form 5 economics. I last did economics in Form 5. I did economics and I began A grade for economics. I don't even remember attending the classes that much. I'm just saying, yeah, Gisela, I say, yeah, sure. No, look. People don't know me. I've been at Stofon. I've been at all over primary school. They don't even know how to get PhD. They don't even know how to get PhD, right? From primary school. A good thing. Therefore, sometimes you have to pat their own back. You have to give your own pat on the back, because every time, in those days when human being is being a human being, man will tell you, say, congratulations, you are doing well. But sometimes, we will be able to that lizard away 4 on top tree. You say, we are done. Lizard, they come up 4 on top bomber tree. For somebody to talk, say, congratulations, and find a stick for Nakam. So, lizard, the 4 that you say, talk, say, that's why you see a gamma lizard, they always shake head. When you come out someplace 4. If you say they fall, so they feel the pain, they feel them. The only animal where you fall sometimes, the one that why they get pain now. A cat. A cat, they always fall now when we feet. You hold so. If you lift it up, you lift it to come down, it always land with the feet. I don't know how that happens. Lauren Woolen, Lauren, how are you? Yes. Length period. Lauren Bulle, I'm doing great. Thank you, Lauren. You had that data. You're one of those people who had data really. Diamond Queen was there. I'm not even recognized. Look at me. Diamond Queen. You get right. For call me anytime, even so I can't bend my back. You give me some koboko, them like 10. Diamond Queen, Diamond, there for us. Maybe only Diamond, look, Diamond Queen. Respect, thank you so much. Jokes aside, I really appreciate you for always being there. Continue to engage with me actively, active engagement. Commenting, liking, sharing, inviting people to join our stuff. That's how we'll grow. Ngong Chani. Dear friends, when I see some names, I get excited, I get emotional, I feel really kind of nostalgic related to that name. This name I've not told you before, Ngong Chani. My uncle who raised me, I grew up with him, his name was Ngong David. You guys have heard about Ngong David. He was working with Cameroon Shipping Lines. The only place you can work was with Douala. That's why I grew up in Douala and Limbe. Douala or Limbe. That's why we have the deep sea ports. We work with Office National de Port du Cameroon. That's why you hear me speak French, because I went to primary school in Douala, Depanda. I went up to class 6. They went to class 7 in Limbe. When they transferred him to the Limbe seaport. They were the pioneer of the deep Limbe seaports. So he's resting in peace now. I person my mommy follow him for back direct. Yes. A person where my mommy follow for back. So Ngong Chani, when I see that name, it brings me memories of my uncle. May he rest, continue to rest. He did his own part, and we are continuing. That's why when you live here, always do your own. Anything you are doing, think about how people will talk about you, how people will perceive your actions, your footprint. Yes, the other day we're talking about environmental sustainability. And I say environmental sustainability, people manage environment. Environmental resources, plants, animals, birds, whatever, they are being managed. They are being controlled. The exploitation, the harvesting is being controlled by most governments. Not because they want to limit you, human beings, from exploiting from what God has given you from nature. Because they want to ensure sustainability. They want to ensure that down the line, future generations should benefit from these very resources. So they want to bring in an aspect of sustainable management. Which means if you cut one tree, plant 2. Yes. If you are able to grow a bushfowl in the house or at the community level around your backyard, grow them, and the ones in the forest will be safe for future generations. Because whatever you do, you leave what we call a footprint. We're a year of environmental footprint. Environmental footprint is every mark that individuals, companies, businesses, communities live on the environment. They mark they live on the environment. If you are putting trash, throwing trash in the river, it's really chemical, toxic ones, and the river down becomes polluted, it becomes toxic. The organisms that are no longer, the fish, the birds that used to feed there, they're not able to function anymore. Or the animal life that used to be there, used to see frogs, used to see fish, they're no longer there. That impact, that result, that outcome of your activity is what we call your footprint. It's like a stamp. They can always link it to you. We don't want to go and leave a negative footprint, socially, environmentally, in any way. Socially, for example, if you treat somebody badly, that person will not succeed for life because of you. For example, you see some parents, they don't send their picking for school. Picking will become anything you want, become be on your own. Down the line, that picking go do something where they're wrong. They can always link it to you. Now, social footprint that the parent will get responsibility. If you've been a company where you produce things like bottles, I don't want to advertise this can. You guys will recognize it. If you're producing bottles, cans, packages, if you see this container somewhere in Cameroon, the container of this thing, in the street, in the dirty in the places, that is environmental footprint of this company. Where the company is where? Whether it's in Europe, America, where? That's a footprint because people are able to link that to you. It's a footprint. If you are working somewhere, you are organization, and you are producing toxic chemicals like pollution, things that pollute the air, like gases, the bad air quality in that place can be linked to you. So that is a footprint. So it's simple. Footprint is what you can be related with as in relation to your impact on a system, on the environment, any system, human or natural. Thank you so much. You guys can see that I'm kind of really passionate when it comes to discussing environmental stuff. That's my little sister. This is my blood little sister here, Miriam Som, who is consistently joining me on my journey here. Nini Ayongna, thank you so much. Dear friends, let me just touch through some things that we discussed recently that added, and I like the way people communicated and engaged in some of them. What is going on right now? There's a content I just put earlier. It's trending. A lot of stuff is going viral. I say ways that we can protect ourselves, our homes, and our property from intruders, from people who come in. If you leave your door open, your TV there, your computer there, your phone there, you leave the door open. Out of 10 people who are passing, people these days are more behaved because almost everybody has a phone. But take it like 5 years backward, 10 years backward. I will bet with you that if you leave your door open, where your phone be exposed on the table, or your laptop, or your TV, out of 10 people, at least 2 will try to take them, or will succeed to take them. Most often, and I said it, most often the people who do that, that person will be close to you, he know you. If you've been a neighbor, a pekin, or family member or friend, people take advantage of situations. You know how many people don't take their own sister or their own brother, they think, hide them, because they get access to. So that talk they go on right now, the post what I posted, I think one of the last posts. And you see me coming in, and I got in the camera. I didn't know that was on the camera. Yeah, I didn't know. So that's an example of some way that people can protect themselves. Protecting yourself, you put like those structures, like a camera. Somebody get something, you can able to locate the person. But the best way is to limit access. Limit access. Protect anything, you should limit access. Whether that your home, now your life, now your account, where you limit access. Because somebody can only do something to it while they're already inside. Somebody never thief your phone where they for your house. Will not enter house. Except that one, the way maybe they're really strong, they use stick. Even they use stick, they still send up window. So block your windows, block your doors, protect your stuff. It is up to you. Most of the thing them America here, a lot of time they park motor, park off here. Most motor they have to get camera off. Somebody who can take the motor go. The camera where they inside the motor go show inside the motor there. Or camera go show person will take the motor. police, they will take a long time to get the motor for you because it will be priority for them. Now your responsibility to take care of your own personal stuff. Police is there to more for security and safety, not to safeguard people's resources. If you see something, if somebody is damaging your stuff or stealing your stuff, if you call police, police will consider them as a security issue, attend to it. But maybe all time where you woke up, oh, you don't park bicycle, woke up, oh, my bicycle may be here. The police go find it for me. What do the police do? Police go see, I'm talking, say, we are monitoring it. They're not going to really put patrol, put police people, they made a worker for road define your motor, unless you talk, say that motor will get a pet inside, they take that motor with a pet, or pick it inside, or something will be so significant way, you know, if you justify them. So they really put an eye now, they will actually go out searching. But if they just take your car, or they just enter your house and take your phone, no, even if you see the person on camera, you tell police say, we're looking out for the person. If they see him, but they don't really go to find the person. Then the neighbor police go find person, where they really try to find the person. If the person, if it tour, the kind to a matter, if you enter for a big shop for here, it to the mimbo. It to the mimbo come out with them, police no come out to find you. It only go take the report, put up a system. If they see you, they will take you. But no, really come out to find you. But think what they will find you if you use chawum, if they see you chawum. Because they believe saying a serious safety problem. Chawum wait there for wrong hand. Wait there for wrong hand. Police go do everything to make sure say make they get that chawum. That one they go find you, they go put all resources. If it means if a knock door to door, don't knock them. Because they don't know what you go do with the chawum. Now so it is. So that's security and safety issue that. So but when it comes to our personal home, our personal properties, we get the front row to play in keeping it safe, in keeping our things safe. Fallon Love, thank you so much. Congratulations to us. My brother, Kenny Lenger, I'm so happy that you joined me today. I'm happy. Thank you so much. Christian Mobility, all of you guys. Then there's I just advertised something. I don't see goodness and hide it. There's my friend who've come a long way, very, very personal friend. Her name is Penuel. They don't just start some better marquee from Maryland here. They call it say one spirit. You want damage anything, you go there from Concha, from Eru, Timanambusa, Mbombo Chobi. Sorry, Nambongo Chobi or Nambombo Chobi. Chobi there for the well, Mbombo Chobi. No, where? I wish I can't name this to know very complicated. Mbongo Chobi, you want chop and you go there. Then you trademark na fish. If you want to go for, I don't put them, go for my content, you'll see the connection. I put your phone number for there. If you want to go chop na fish, better call you ahead of time. Oh. If fish, it come over fire, so you're going to pan. If fish, you come over fire, you're going to fan. Never that kind of fish way, it remain for grill. You go point and say, I want the fish. If you get the 100 fish for grill, they don't already get name for this. Oh, now the person own this, the person they can't take, and the person they can't chop for the person. And not only that, where the chop for this, if you take one young, you get Cameroon young too. So now, tell people the Maryland area, when I visit, Washington DC, Virginia area, when I come, when I go for one spirit place for Penuel. Yes. Penuel, that place to go, now the person that, now my person who don't be friends for a long, à l'époque, depuis, where you hear from Fomato, à l'époque, me say, depuis. So, dear friends, another post that I put, and I was so positively, excitedly overwhelmed by the participation, was the one that I put there. Because, dear friends, most of the posts that I put there, it's not just to gain followers, to gain views, to gain crews, but to also learn to share, to educate to some degree. It's always social aspects, mostly, primarily environmental stuff. That's why you see me, I'll put something and say, oh, if you have a dog, a pet that you don't want anymore, what will you do with it? I want to raise awareness. Dear friends, I was talking about shelter, animal shelter. The best answer, which is, to me, if you want, I will take to a shelter. When you take that animal to a shelter, they are going to put it in the system, or people who come, they want to adopt, they will adopt. Dogs don't stay in the shelter. Shelters are not to keep dogs there forever. It's not like a dog asylum, no. Somebody else, the same pet that you don't want, somebody else wants it. Don't worry about the state of the pet, whether it's old, it's no longer walking, it's no longer barking, it's no longer active. Go and give to the shelter, animal shelter. It's going to have value somewhere. Some people even like to take care of animals that are already in the late stage of their life. You know, dogs don't live for long. If you have a dog for 5 years, that dog technically is like 70 years human age, of between 60 and 70 years human age. So don't expect you to still go and pick a dog where you shoot it. Oh, say, oh, bingo, go. At some age, the dog will just sleep, say, leave me alone. Then you get frustrated and say, you don't want the dog. You don't want them, please, nobody. Take and go for animal shelters. That animal will find a loving home. Somebody will give that animal a loving home. They say the dog is our man's best friend. When I'm talking to you, when I know them, one day I will ask on the quiz, which animal is man's best friend? There are not two. In history of man, when they talk man's best friend, it is a dog. It's a dog. What other pets that we will love very much, but a dog is man's #1 companion. Dog is so valuable. It has been part of man's life since civilization, since then. Every early man begat dog. Then another answer that was there was that you should quiet it. Maybe bolayam. Yeah, some way they saw the way they do them. Yeah, but where they if the animal really some kind of way they compromise. The law allows you to euthanize. When a mercy, you use very compassionate way. For maybe the animal they suffer, you listen and say, and if you chop again, and if you walk again, you don't take them for veterinary doctor, all treatment, all things, their dog need to walk again. You listen and say they're in pain. So in that light, if you get a legal reason for carry and go for animal shelter or for the hospital of where they do that kind of thing, then they'll inject them, they'll do something where it will go away peacefully. It's allowed. Yeah, it's allowed. But the wife will talk say, because I had some interesting answers. Some people will talk say, oh no, they go chop and so we go chop and we. Oh, we go ball that animal chop and we. Hey now, Ndole, here we come. I laugh for that kind of one. I laugh, dear friends. You know why I laugh? Because at the same time, any man be entitled to a reason. But me as an environmentalist, somebody who is compassionate and cares about animals of all forms, the only animal I don't care about the dear friends, man, don't like. And I don't like me mosquito. No. If it's snake name my friend. But I'm not going to really physically kill them. But Bobby, mosquito, me, I will do everything to make sure me, you know, the mosquito and cockroach. I don't want to catch avoid them. Yes. So that one people they contribute so much. The other one was that give it to a neighbor. Give the dog to a neighbor. If that's applicable. Because not all neighbors, we want your pet, right? If I'm your neighbor and you have a pet, that pet is already so used to you. The tendency is that if you give that pet to me, I will enjoy it if I have the ability to take care of it. But the fact that you love pet, you love a dog, it doesn't mean that your neighbor loves it too. So don't just take it, go and say, neighbor, I don't want the dog again. Take him. You just lay chop too. You never just take a chop, we don't sleep. All they talk about leftover. Say, neighbor, I don't want to chop the Manamusa again. I don't want to chop the arrow again. Take and get picking them. No. There should be an understanding. Unless the neighbor don't really express interest, or you don't tell the neighbor, say, you want to take the dog, you don't need the dog again. The neighbor take him. Then, dear friends, why do you give that dog to the neighbor? Be ready, a dog, especially a dog that you've been with a dog for a little while. Be ready that before that dog get acquainted, get used to the fact that he or she is no longer welcome in your place, or you are no longer there. Daddy or the mother is going to take a little while. That dog will be for your house all the time. They will keep coming. So when you come, no take batter, no take stick, follow and say, hey, you need to be picking again for this house, you need to be dog again for this house. No. That dog don't be used to you. You don't stay with you. You don't be part of your family for that long. So you're going to always leave that neighbor a house. Come for your own. You just tell a foul too, foul. Man, don't even go too far. Even foul will not even get sense. Foul get very small, you know, teeth. So the sense no plenty. But foul are one of that animal the way. If you buy foul for next neighbor, if you buy for next neighbor, dash you foul. That foul we don't be used to say, we don't work at chop you corn, chop your insect them, do your own thing them, crow or lay egg them for night. If they come back, climb for banda, enter for kitchen, enter for backside, or climb on top tree. For some particular compound, that compound will be hashy day, will grow for day. Neighbor, if you buy that fowl, carry and go, put it for your compound, it will take a long time before that fowl get used to say it belong for day. Each time you find that fowl, you know, see, go back for that compound, for that neighbor compound, you go see that fowl where they back for day. The fowl is back where they believe that they belong. So the same thing with dog. If you give that dog to a neighbor, prepare your mind that that dog is going to likely be going back there. Now, you know the relationship, if you say be easy for relationship, if you say, you know how many times we person they feel, but we don't finish a relationship. If you finish a relationship, they no feeling, you no feel bad at all. You no worry at all. You know she don't think about that person one time. It means you never care about that person. We are humans. It ain't normal for people with a relationship to finish. It ain't normal. But if relationship finish, you don't get nothing for thinking about that person. Then there was never one. It depends the kind of relationship. Relationship where finish where person one bother you and a bother him. If you get a significant other partner way, you discover say he don't put do to fair chop. That one show say he won't bother you. That the one way you don't move chow maybe put up your head. The other one won't bother you. And they talk that kind of one. I mean relationship way when I lead they fine. Some relationship they just disappear by themselves. So when I just come so when I be fed up with each other or something someone thing just trigger when I just end. No fight, no quarrel, just like that. And the kind of one that I talk about. Person who won't bother you. Run 990. Because if they don't try the first time, you know what they will try for conceive, for conceptualize, concoct a different method. If a person where they tell you over time to try to bother you, I know very well say they try to bother you. They will seek other one relationship. Okay, oh them. Yes. Matter Odema, who know what Odema mean? Christian mobility. You understand Odema? So dear friends, I don't touch on a lot of those things about that dog. So the first option where most people give was take the dog to an animal shelter for adoption. Another family will adopt it. Another point was give it to a neighbor if the neighbor is willing, ready, and able to take care of that pet. Because at the same time, pet, they're like us, a dog is like us. They need care, they need medical care, they need feeding, they need monitoring, they need grooming. So, and dogs, especially for America, dogs, anybody don't know where they chop motor. Because you can always sometimes they feed the motor. Or left over. Or whatever they don't smell where they throw them. You give a dog for a dog no chop. Yes. So you take them to animal shelter. That one first. Second, you give them to a neighbor who wants it. And who's able to take care of it. Then the third one, where some people they talk and say, no bole am, no feeling with you. But maybe for dame for me, and then support one for dame. But if you see and say don't reach level way, you know very well say don't reach some age. Don't be like more than 10 years. It they likely say for human age, it they like 80 years old. So a human being of 80 years old, the kind of symptom they see them, the kind of behavior them, the kind of reaction they see them for 80 years old, you expect them for that dog. You don't expect them maybe as agile, as reactive, as energetic, as playing. The same dog way the play will picking them. When the picking they be small, that picking don't grow. Don't be a teenagers. If you see expect that dog, Me picking the M dog, baby, to go pick him. That dog sit there for the that dog. That dog, they're 80 years old at that time. Most of the times they don't even see. That's what they know. Dog and they lost sight. They lost hearing. You go, oh, bingo, come here. Dog they come. Because they hear. You feel they say dog they disrespect you. You don't think butter, they beat them. For America here, you think butter, you beat dog. They will find you. Thank you so much, Shati Bling. J. Zelamoni Emanuela. She's the one, I remember, that said I was yesterday advertising her will reach 9 point something million views so far. As I'm talking, it is already on 10 point something, which means only between yesterday and today, we don't get 1 million more views. More clap for ourselves, more congratulate ourselves. We're doing good, dear friends. Let's continue to do the same thing. Engage, comment in a way that is engaging. Yes. Share. Like. Invite other people. One other thing that I discussed, I brought up that I really like the engagement that came in was I kind of conceptualized, designed 3 persona, 3 areas where I say which person will you likely take serious in a relationship or to be with. The first one is somebody who respects you and maintains your dignity, upholds your dignity. Number 1, I don't mean that it was supposed to come in any order. I just listed, just multiple choice. Then number 2, somebody who will give you money anytime, money where one time, but it doesn't give you an iota of respect. It doesn't uphold your dignity. Then the third one is somebody who minds their own business. We mean say whether you there for day, you don't care. You come back for 2 o'clock, you don't care. You come go Women's Day, you be a woman or a man. You come go Women's Day, and you want pass see you sleep, you dreaming about some place. You don't look key. I don't care. You just mind your business. You there for a corner, you there for a corner. You know there for a corner, no there for a corner. You know I go say where are you coming from? Now who do you call you so? That money we get and say come outside. What you don't cook for us today? That kind of person, if it's beautiful long because they worry you. Some people they choose that one. That's my creative mind. But a lot of people, 80%, at least 80% of people say they will respect somebody. They want to be with somebody who respect their dignity. They will respect their dignity or hold their dignity. That is when human being lose dignity, you lose a sense of self-worth, your sense of value. When you lose that one, and people can cause us to lose it. There are people in our life that we live with that can make us to feel as if we are nothing. Trust me, we're dealing with a mind, with emotions, with feelings. When would you hear about something, they say somebody they depressed, they low moods, they deal with mental issues. Sometimes you take that one person, one experience, one event, one situation for life, for turn somebody, me to always feel low about yourself. People when they woke up, tell their own picking, say, you be nothing. See you. You don't not get sense. You don't ever be nothing. That picking you implant them for your mind. Person they would woke up, tell your own woman, say, see you. See what other woman they carry low. I do what you will you. Nyash no day. The woman where they born you picking them. They cook you chop, put on the table, you the whole farm. When they day together, you don't be we. You be married them. They don't be we 15 years. Now we see and say lolo no day. Now we see nyash no day. Maybe that lolo day so now you're picking the on chop plus you. Because man picking this, who do the chop that thing? With the chop am. Sharon. Nambong, a lie. Man picking there now they chop and passive they chop by passive picking. Oh, I did talk so my own father is in the house. Chunks, yeah. Hey, my own father. Yeah, who did talk? I say father will respect me as adult. Because if I talk, so I never talk away where I see this boy picking. You know, talk about father carelessly. I don't want to say, would it make some people sometimes who implant an idea, implant a feeling, you implant a personality where absorb in mind, start feeling what you tell you. You repeatedly tell people every day, say, it be good for nothing, it be foolish, you not get nothing. That's why you can never amount to anything. That is what you're building that child to believe in themselves. You need see rien. You ne vaux rien. C'est mon père qui m'a dit, c'est ma mère qui m'a dit. Tu ne sais rien dans la vie. Two restaurants, 0. In fact, sorry, I was already speaking Spanish. When you are doing that, know that you are dealing with feelings. You're dealing with thoughts, with emotions. There's something that you hear about PTSD. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not in the mental health field, but it's something that is common. It's called PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's something that comes. It happens to you based on an experience, a traumatic experience, a happening, an event, a situation in your life, most recent or in the past, that affects you up to today. Often we get it wrong. We think that the PTSD is a physical, not something, or it's based on the physical thing that happened to you. You don't beat Pekin, or in the case of Numu, a woman, you don't hold and chop soya by force. Maybe that's how you chop them. Maybe that beat you beat them. Maybe that caution will caution. Now the way person that's internalize them, now the way person feel or adapt to dealing with that mentally, now the problem that. Because the first thing you chop soya is the choice still there. Woman they don't chop the soya by force today. They don't engage. They day for the house, for different house. We picking them and they happy. But the fact say that thing there for their mind, that trauma, that mind, when person will sleep, shake. You see and say what it come back for your mind. So most of the thing they will deal with them when are mental issues, especially the one that will be linked to something that happen with, it is not no more because of that physical aspect of the thing. It is more in terms of our own internalizing of our own mind as we relate to that thing. Why you the coach person? No, they can't coach you, the coach them. Why you the coach picking? You know they can't talk for you. Because people don't live with those memories of what you do, what you tell them, or what to the way you interact with them. Because what? We are minds. A human being is a lot of mind. We are full of minds, full of emotions, full of perceptions. And one of the worst ways now to start tell somebody, small picking, negative things about your own self. You focus on their weaknesses. The least thing, you don't belittle you. You don't chastise them. Dear brothers and sisters, now good thing for us. Forget order, forget control for our picking them. Especially when they're still young. But language matters. We're going to be constructive in the way we engage with them. Language matters. The way you treat with them, engage with them, speak to them. You can either lose their own love, or they can lose love for you. Worst of all, they can lose love and feelings for themselves. They can lose their own sense of self-worth. They can lose their own sense of self-love. What you see on some people, you see them walk up, someone don't go jump for water, or don't tie rope tie rope for ceiling, they come down. It be easy for we to talk, say, hey, I never ever do that kind of thing. But be careful. God forbid, me say things I never do that kind of thing. But you need to put yourself for everybody's shoes. Some people in there, if you put yourself for their shoes, you really talk, say, yeah. If you don't too much. Hey, now, you will see woman go be way. If they were a man, you don't come change. Start treat the man. Let's say the man, you know, let's say that man at distance. Let's say not even know the man again. And they talk for the developed country, for the play with this. So well, Lord, and they plenty. A lot of situations the way woman them. They will start treat the man. That awareness, saying that the man this and the head of family, it don't disappear. Maybe because of their career and financial status, it don't change. Now 1 second for woman for up to a man for say. Because the way we date traditionally, we believe say, papa and mommy, when I date for us together, for a traditional setting, papa they take care for picking them, take them picking them for school. Mommy they do they cook chop. For America here, all man they work, he be able, all man give a cook. You know, I see me sometimes they cook. I even share the cooking with them. But if your master come and tell you, say, baby, chop no day, you never cook today. No, cook to say, hey, that's why don't be. In America, this any man the cook must cook. Now only me the cook, not slave. You hear the language, you wonder what are they still talking about what we just talked about? So the way you communicate, the way you pass information, the way you treat the people, it matters. There's what we call effective, socially responsible language, morally conscious language. Nobody knows they're perfect. Dear brothers and sisters, I need to encourage you now. Who live in America where woman they work, maybe multiple jobs. You don't expect say you still put chop for a table. You must come, you don't cook. If you can't never cook, bro, do something for yourself. Not take a lesson at war, but at the same time, my sister, if a man feels say, oh, you never chop your own chop for a little while, because all man like to chop your own my chop. All man like them. If you know what chop, they say, baby, well, you know how cook. No who comes start hell and a hell of a hit, because now you implant something now where that holla, it not gonna be like the holla down the line where you go consume it. It could be like the thoughts, the mindset where they only bring about the holla. Say, oh, no, leave my own partner, woman will love them. So when I may go pay bride price, now you talk for me. So over chop way, I believe say that the most basic thing where person get for access of a woman. Mayomi Ohoyele, thank you so much, Terence, I talk true, and increasingly, man not only only for you, increasingly for Cameroon. If a lot of places, woman just get some jobs or just get some level. Decide talk for a man listen all day. Dear friends, I need to talk all woman. When I know myself, good talk fine talk na fine tongue, na fine thing. Fine talk na fine thing, my dear friends. Seriously. You hear John and wishing say, if something not there for chop, for master for chop. Me find talk even day. I know be na mental therapist, yeah. I talk na practical things. So when you talk things the way sometimes if you say something to somebody where it will cause a lot of confusion, lot of not only in that person's life but in the system, in the family system, for example. I talk for example how you talk for picking with disrespect, curse picking, make that picking feel useless. Trust me, that picking go feel useless. And now your footprint that we don't plant over that picking. Because now you the training for become empowered, for become strong. If the person who is supposed to really making me become strong, conscious, like a person who is becoming a human being, an adult and responsible. If you debilitate every day use the negativity, focus on the weak points in the lowest moments, anything you do wrong, that's what you're capitalizing. Sometimes try to work on those ones, try to work, maybe get better there, but look at those strong points too and focus on them. Everybody needs what we call a SWOT analysis. Strength before you analyze any situation, community, build, people, group. Do what we call a SWOT analysis. SWOT is SWOT. That S stands for strength. We all have our strength. They're not the same. Everybody has some strength. It could be mental, it could be academic, it could be vocational, it could be physical, it could be, but there's nobody with zero strength. So look at that. That's why look at somebody that you have a relationship with, whether family or partner. Try to focus on those their strengths. The second is weaknesses. Of course, weaknesses are there. You cannot focus, identify strength, and inherently forget that, oh, in doing that, you also see weaknesses. So when you use weaknesses, don't use them to further weaken the person. Use them to go to strength. If you could change some of the weaknesses to strength, build on the weaknesses to create strength in that person. So that's what W stand for. There's O. O is what? O stands for what? Opportunities. If the person is weak, what are opportunities? What are resources? What are ways? What are techniques that you can help that person to grow, to become better, to be empowered, to improve? This thing is commonly used in organizational management systems, in workforces, in business, in government. This SWOT analysis, but gradually it's coming down to individual level, because the most functional unit of the society is the individual. It's not the companies, it's not the government, it's not organizations. That's why they always say that the most operational, functional unit of every society, every country is the family. Families, the government don't play with family. That's why, my dear friends, for sign that donkey, put that ring for hand. Now 1 second, we even get play the drive-through. Drive-through plays a very drive-through means say if you come up, take person, take one, just one witness. We now go sign marriage today. They give you a donkey. Now family that no. But dear friends, if you say when you think they crumble, you just take that witness again, go there, they sign and say no, don't bother and lie. That's why they care about family unit, because family is the most functional unit for every society. If family did function, society will function, the country will function. That's why for go sign them, say when I don't agree for come together, be family, man and woman, very easy. Now 1 second. But they when I don't decide to tear them. That's a bow. That's how you see I say, come and get power. When I get right, they will decide with D and don't call them. You get right. But you don't get the power for just make it happen. That's why you take a process. Sometimes it takes years. A lot of working behind it. So when you build family, build opportunities. I was talking about this sword. This sword is commonly used, originally used in organizational business settings. Mainly about employees. They empower the employees. But now, we're adapting it to even work at our individual and family levels. So if you look at a child, you look at your partner, you look at a family member that you think that you should help them, do a little SWOT analysis on them. Determine their strengths, their weaknesses, opportunities for them, and threats. This T stands for threats. What is threat? Threat is any vulnerability, any concern, any barrier, anything that challenges the ability for this person to be at their best, or for this individual, let's say employee, to be at their best, to be at the most maximum performance. So we bring her now. Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, threat, and threats. When you identify all of these ones, you sit with nobody. Say some person they will not get no strength, or not get no weakness, or not get opportunities, or not get threats to their own. The power of the tongue. Thank you, Shasti Bling. The power of the tongue. People don't destroy people in their mind, because when your mind, brothers and sisters, you better preserve your mind. If you ask me what that means, destroy my ability for thinking well, or for reason well, for react well, for be in my right mind, or maybe take my one hand. I would say take two hands. You can only function when you reason well, when you think well, when you are able to, to be yourself. Once you lose that ability, that's why we get pleasant for what they call homes. People they reach some age, maybe some sick, will not be able to take action for their life for function, for take care of what we call the ADS, activities of daily living, as Gina Lekedi teach we. You not be able, the family not be able, maybe for hire, or government not be able to give you an aid. Sometimes they go for some institution, a home, where they get care for them. We may say not be able to wash their skin. You not be able to cook your own chop. You not even be able for recognize your family, you live with them, for even enjoy the relationship they get them. You may say you don't lost, most of the time you lost their mind more. We lost your mind, your ability for your mental function. If that one degrade, if that one deplete, all other function will go down. If you know for a right mindset, you know woke up so you go work. You know decide to get family. You know decide say, oh man pay my rent. You know agree for be house. You know agree to buy motor. You know agree for get a job. You know even because you know come for your mind. It's not there. Your mind need to work because you don't even know left and right. So dear friends, thank you Zalamoni Emanuela. I received your motivation where you told me that 9-point-something million I was talking about, that it has to be smaller. We should aim better. And we're aiming better. Go now. The next time I will send to you by the end of the day, it's going to be 10 million and counting. Which means just between yesterday and today, we've counted 1 million more viewers. We are growing. I'm feeling it. Thank you so much, dear friends. So then the second one about that dignity, because I was talking about dignity because it's very important. I gave 3 scenarios. Somebody who respects you and upholds their dignity. That's why I brought that SWOT. SWOT, I brought that analysis. You can check it, guys. Then the other person is somebody who gives you money, but he don't care about you, he don't care about, he don't respect you. Some people, a few people selected that one. Oh, they care about dough. You give me dough, any other thing if you come. Yeah, I respect that. People, they get rights for their own. It depends their own perception of respect. Maybe all man need respect. Some person they give money, you get that money, they feel respected already. If you do anything, there were a lot of people. So this was the second group, like 20% of people them come in, less than 20%, like 15%. Talk say, oh, give me money, cost me, do anything for me, give me that budget, I will be with you. Then the third one is somebody who minds a business, a good number, like 8%. Talk say, if you mind your business, I leave my own business alone. You're my person. And that makes sense to me. That makes sense. I will not argue that. Dear friends, as adults, sometimes we really want our own business to be our business. Nobody really wants everybody to mingle or meddle with their own personal businesses, especially our personal life, our private lives, social life. There are things that we just keep to ourselves. But in a relationship, when I say mind your business, I'm talking about somebody where they with you for relationship. You don't care whether you go for night, you come for night, or sawale, you know, they for your mind. Whether you go come back, you know, in a worry. Whether you cook, in a worry. You get some part so that part of the way where they get multiple, where they get no more than plenty. That part where they get plenty woman them. We know that one they plenty. That one they need worry. They need worry. You do anything, look at you. You know, get heart attack. You know, get no worry. So some people they like that kind of person where, you know, need nothing for you. If you there with you, you there with you. He need you, you there. Okay, good. If you need you, you know there. If you cook, you cook. If you don't cook, you don't cook. You don't worry. You mind your business. So I like how people are so kind of creative and honest. Very honest. Let the people don't say, give me money, cost me, give me money, do anything for me. I will be with you. That's honesty. They talk their own mind. But me, I see them differently too. I know my own mind. People they talk to like people person way. In mind business, they don't mind their own business. No ask me no question, no control my own money, no control how they live my own life. You do work my own money, they own my own. You cook my own chop, I cook my own. Or if you cook together, we chop together, good. If we not chop together, I'm not get no problem with that. There are people like that, relationships like that, where they work very well. It depends how the people them suit in, fit in. That's why any relationship, my dear brothers and sisters, consider checking a lot of aspects that you want or things that you share in common. Then try it. But there's no perfect one. There's no perfect one, dear friends. If you expect a perfect one down out there, you know, go see them. You know, they make the best out of the situation, work to get it better, and live the best of your time, your life. Whatever you do, dear friends, be good, be kind, be safe. And I thank you guys for being there today. You guys know how valuable to me, you are, as my followers. Keep going, keep doing it with me. Oh man, I fall from. You don't really way. When I chop something, will be too nice and it be suspicious. Who still remember Okok? Okok. When I chop some chop now, actually for some place when they make cook come in. And the chop way over sweet instead, and it's not like a bit suspicious. Jokes aside, dear brothers and sisters, that's what they did. That other woman do was isolated something, it was isolated. there are good restaurants out there. There are good people out there. People in the other they cook good chop. So when I go back, check Penwell. When I did from Maryland, Washington DC, Virginia, New Jersey, whatever. Or you are visiting this area, check out of One Spirits Resto. Corner number of a day. Order fish. Order anything. Cameroon thing every day. Even young for Cameroon day. Yes. After that, you come back and thank me, please. My live now. If I've not mentioned your name personally, if I've not mentioned your name directly here, and you know that you are here, please don't worry about it. We're together. You're my unsung hero, and I especially recognize and appreciate and acknowledge my own father, Director Dr. Aya Johnson, who is here. I appreciate you, Doctor. Gam Faustin, thank you so much for coming in. Shasti Bling, I have to leave now. Gam Faustin, thank you so much. Engage with me, share, like, and let's grow together. Thank you so much. Let me leave you guys now. All my respect.